This is the SBR Bowl Betting Special. He's Teddy Covers. I'm Drew Martin. Teddy, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing great, Drew. Excited to preview these January 1st bowl games.
January 1st bowl games it is, and we start off 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific kick on ABC, January 1st, the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida. Got the SEC versus the Big Ten here, Teddy. Kentucky versus Penn State, 47.5 the total, with the Penn State Nittany Lions laying 6.5 pretty much across the board.
Sure. And I mean, when it comes down to this game, really, there are two central questions for me. And they both have everything to do with what the two teams can do defensively. Question number one, the key question for Penn State is, can they shut down Benny Snell? Because you look at Kentucky, this is not a team that's going to come from behind. This is not a team where, Terry Wilson is going to be able to throw the football all over the place. And I understand they've got a couple of playmakers. Certainly, when you talk about, what's his name, Lynn Bowden at wide receiver. They've got guys who can stretch the field, but Kentucky's bread and butter is Benny Snell left, Benny Snell right, Benny Snell up the middle. Penn State, a very good pass defense. Their rush defense has had some cracks this season. It's a concerning matchup for me on the Penn State side of the equation. But, of course, if they can shut down Snell, Kentucky has very little chance in this ballgame because they are not going to pass their way to victory.
Yeah, and Teddy, we're breaking down 4 bowl games right now. This one, I think, is a tough one to handicap in the sense you brought it up. Wilson, Benny Snell, two athletic guys. Kentucky can move the ball on the ground. I think that their setup offensively is capable of moving the ball against the Nittany Lions defense. But I just think talent-wise, Kentucky coming from the SEC East might kind of carry that SEC tag a little bit too much, kind of benefited from a little bit of a easier SEC schedule. The Nittany Lions, on the other hand, more talented, yet motivation is a question in my mind for this Penn State team, and that's not an angle I look to bet heavy on. That's something that's keeping me off of this. So as the 4 games we're going to be breaking down, this is my least confident play. I do think both offenses could have success, and McSwirly, kind of the best player in my mind on the field, can throw the ball. I think that Penn State will be able to put up some points. Kentucky on the ground should be able to move the ball. So I think this total laying under 50 here, 47.5 is worth a look. If I had to play it, I'd go towards the over, Teddy.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily worry too much about motivation for teams playing on New Year's Day bowl games. There's one exception to that. We'll talk about that in another bowl preview we do in a few moments. But Penn State's coming to play, and you talk about Trace McSorley, who's been an absolute difference maker for that program, a leader for that team, a leader for the program, and it's his final game of his senior year. You say, what's Kentucky's strength? Well, they've been really good at stopping the run all year long. They're really good at running the football all year long. The pass defense has been good, but McSorley's a different animal. When we talk about the dual threat that he brings to the table, Kentucky doesn't have any dual threat. I mean, you can talk. I can give you a quote. Here's a quote from Brent Pry, Penn State's defense coordinator, worried about their run game. They're unique in the way they run the football, jet motion, unbalanced, wildcat, run pass option reads. They do it all. They are majoring in ways to run the football, but that's all they do. They run. Penn State obviously has the ability to throw the football with McSorley, which means A, they can come from behind in theory, and B, it's not a one-dimensional offense for that wildcat defense to try to stop.
So, Teddy, you would look sidewise to lay it with the Nittany Lions at just under a touchdown, minus 6.5 here?
I'm not in love with the Penn State side. I certainly don't like laying points against stellar defensive squads, and make no mistake about it. Why is Kentucky here? Why are they playing on New Year's Day? It's their defense. And when you talk about laying points against elite defenses, that doesn't tend to fall into my MO. So, no, if I would play this game, and I have no action on it, but if I was going to play it, I'd probably be looking at Kentucky plus the points. More than anything else, what would I do in this game? We're recording on Thursday, okay? Game doesn't get played till what, Monday? Bet against whatever the line move is. The line goes up, bet on Kentucky. If the line goes down, bet on Penn State. That's if you have to bet this game, that'd be the way we do. Fade the late money. That is a profitable long-term strategy when it comes to New Year's Day bowl game.
All right, good stuff, Teddy. He's Teddy Covers. Follow him on Twitter at Teddy_Covers. I'm Drew Martin. Follow me on Twitter at Drew Martin Bets. Thanks for your time. Best of luck with your bets.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.